morning friends, happy new week. It is Monday today. It's actually about 10:45 in the morning. I'm off today. I've been off since yesterday, and then tomorrow I start a 5-day work block. I'm trying to get my life together. I've been going through my weekly planner. I have so many things that I've been trying to get done and try to fit into these 2 days off that I have each week. So that's just continuing today. I'm giving myself the next hour to finish and extract this weekly vlog that is supposed to go live tomorrow. I also would love to make some strides in one of my assignments that's due in a couple of weeks so that I can get it out of the way and get started on the next assignment. Yeah, I've just got some work things to do, like filling in my logbook, and I need to get on the phone and start getting the baby shower together that we're planning for Keegan's brother and his wife. So it's quite a bit of stuff. I'm trying to be as productive as possible because this is literally the only chance I'm gonna get, but it is not all serious here. At some point, my first officer and I, because he's off today and tomorrow, we're gonna try to go find some local cuisine because we've both been wishing for bap for the longest time. He's from Zambia, and I know in Zimbabwe it's not called bap, it's called sadza or something like that. So we're gonna try to find a place where we can get just like a nice homey local meal. I'm so excited about it because I've really been wishing for like some beef stew or something like dem nandi. It looks like a graveyard.
What?
It looks a little bit like a graveyard.
I swear, man. All these things look like tombstones.
Yeah! I'm so excited. Steak and kidney. Hey guys, it's the next morning. Yesterday after I spoke to you, we did go and get the local food. We went and got sadza. I got mine with steak and kidney, and there was also some greens as well on the side. It was so good, but it was such a huge helping that I still have half of my sadza left. We had originally planned on being taken there by the driver and then walking back, but the distance just ended up being like a little bit too far to walk. So we just quickly ordered our food, got it as takeaway, and then the driver came and dropped us. And then I spent the rest of the afternoon deep in baby shower planning. I got the outline of one of my assignments done, and I think I can like continue working on it over the next few days because each section is a different like question that I'm being asked. I can quickly like research each day and try to answer a question each day, basically. It looks scary, don't I? Today I'm doing the foreleg that we go Harare, Vic Falls, Kruger, Vic Falls, Harare. So it's going to be quite repetitive. Hopefully you guys don't mind that. I was checking out my roster, and I think out of the next 2 weeks that I'm here, there's going to be like 2 or 3 days where I do something different, but for the most part I'm still just going to keep doing this Kruger foreleg, which is a little repetitive, but it's okay because I get new faces all the time. I actually have gotten familiar with a few of the passengers though. Some people are traveling back and forth with us, so it's nice to see them again and be like, oh, what did you do while you were in Kruger? What did you do while you were in Vic Falls, you know? And then they catch me up on everything, and it's actually quite nice. But today's passenger loads seem like it's going to be quite full. It seems like my first 2 flights are going to be quite full, which usually my first flight and my 4th flight of the day are the shorter ones because it's between Harare and Victoria Falls, so they're about 50 something minutes. And for those to be full kind of stresses me out because then I have to like run around and do everything and make sure I'm completely prepped before we take off so that I can do the services without any sort of delay during the flight. Because also this is one of the things that I miss about multi-crew is that I could be busy briefing while somebody else is setting up galley, someone else is securing cable. Like we all have our zones to secure, you know what I mean though, that it, like you could delegate and people could do multiple different things. But working solo crew, I literally have to board each and every passenger. I have to check every single boarding pass, and then once all the passengers are on, I have to make the boarding announcement, and then I have to go into the cabin. I have to do a head count, make sure that that matches my manifest, so that they can sort that out quickly if something is wrong. And then once I've done my head count, then I need to go back in and brief my special attention passengers and my emergency exits. So whoever's sitting at my overwing exits, I have to brief them. And then if I have like a mommy with a baby or something, then I brief them. Usually I don't brief like wheelchair passengers at that time, because wheelchair passengers, I prefer to have them boarded first, so that I can help them get on and I can brief them right then and there, and I tell the ground staff to hold boarding while I'm busy boarding the wheelchair passenger. And then when everybody else comes on, then I just continue with the other briefings. Like once I'm done briefing, I make sure all the overheads are closed and all that good stuff. I confirm everything with my pilots, and then I close the door. And then I do the demo. Again, this is something I'm doing all by myself. But luckily we have like a tape on our planes that we just press play when you're busy doing the demo. And you stand there and you do the lovely demo. And then I secure my cabin for takeoff. I check that everybody's seatbelts are on, tray tables up, you know, all that fun stuff. And then we take off. Then right after takeoff, when the seatbelt signs come off, that's when I get started with my service. But I have to first make an announcement to like welcome people again, tell them about the service, and then I get right into my service. So yeah, there's a lot that you have to do by yourself as a solo cabin crew member, especially with like a 30-minute turnaround. It takes a lot of energy. But like I say, I enjoy it. I like the challenge every time. But let me stop talking because I'm getting distracted. For some reason today I'm having difficulty multitasking. I can't do makeup and talk to you guys at the same time. Not sure how well you can hear me. You guys are literally sitting in my little galley. I am done with my checks and everything. I'm gonna just quickly make my pilots a cup of coffee before we start boarding. I'm just waiting for them to finish up whatever it is that they're doing, and when they're ready to go, I'll be ready, and then we can board and go. It is too soon in the day for me to have ripped my stockings this badly. Crew meal today was a burger. It looks so good, but I thought I'd save it for dinner. I just got home and I was just washing my makeup off, and I realized that I didn't even catch up with you guys at any point during today. Our first flight was quite full. We ended up with 36 passengers. The second flight had 33 passengers, so it was also quite full. And then the last two flights had like 21, 24 passengers. So the last two flights were much quicker, although the day was just long because we had really strong headwinds for most of the day and they were slowing us down, so we ended up being about 15 minutes behind schedule, but it's fine. There was this big travel group on my first flight. They were all from Taiwan, and I think they were with a South African travel company because the guide like introduced himself and everything to me. Everyone was so lovely and so nice. This one lady, when she was walking out at the end of the flight, she goes, "Thank you so much, that was an amazing flight. I think you're so gorgeous and I hope my daughter grows up and looks exactly like you." I was like, what? Like, I know she just meant it as a compliment, but like in my head I was like, are you sure? But it was just so sweet of her to say something like that. On the second flight though, the ground staff brought me a gen deck. Now for us crew, we don't get our passport stamped every time we get to a new country, especially not if it's just like a quick 30-minute turnaround. Instead, they put us on a gen deck, which is what we call a general declaration. Kind of just this paperwork that says that we are crew operating this flight. We brought these passengers from whichever place. Gen deck that they brought me today, it had the correct captain's name, first officer's name, and the correct engineer, because we even had an engineer with us, but the flight attendant's name was incorrect. It was the cabin crew that was flying yesterday, and that's incorrect. So I asked the lady nicely, like, please can you just change the flight attendant's name, because that's not my name, that's not the right person, you know, can you please just update that so that everything is accurate? And she goes, okay, perfect, no problem. And she comes back, yes, my name is correct, But then for some reason, it's a different pilot, like different first officer and different captain and different engineer. I was like, what? They were having some kind of system issues, so even the boarding passes were actually manual boarding passes, and the passenger manifest they had to write out manually because their system wasn't working. It was a little bit of a longer boarding process going from, where were we? Victoria Falls going to Kruger. But otherwise the rest of the day was perfectly fine. Like I said, we were just slow because of the headwinds, but overall it was a good day. I think I showed you guys. Did I show you guys? I don't know. They gave us burgers today when we got to Kruger, which was so nice. It was just so busy during my flights that I wasn't even that hungry. I was snacking on like little bits of biltong here and there, a cereal bar, and I had fruit with me anyway, and I was just drinking my coffee and stuff. So I thought I would save my burger, and I had it for dinner instead, and it was actually really delicious. I'm so tired. It was a good day, but I'm actually feeling really tired. So I literally didn't even change out of my uniform. I got home and immediately heated up my burger and stuffed my face, and I've only now just come upstairs to take makeup off, and I'm about to get undressed and start to chill for the evening, because I guess tomorrow we're waking up and doing this all over again.
You give me a sign, give me a sign, oh, give me a sign, baby, give me a sign.